Yes.
Yes.
And what you have discussed yesterday regarding the security levels, how many members are discussed? Yes.
Four members discussed about security levels. Myself, Irfan, Bhai, and Durga, and I think Srinivas, I guess.
And others, what about others?
Yesterday, after they discussed, no, you jumped in also, right? So after that, no, we discussed and we closed. Today, we started and we waited for 2 minutes and then we started playing the videos. We didn't get time.
Okay.
If you want to, we can discuss now.
Okay, you didn't get chance to discuss others.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. And okay, fine. Daily, like whatever the things we are providing, try to use that one and complete all the activities and try to practice more things, and it will be helpful for you. And how it is happening and what is the roles, security levels, and each and everything we can easily understand. So basically, when should we create the roles and when should we in roles? What are the things will do we provide majorly access? First of all, I want to once only 7 members are there. Where are other members? Sudhir, where is Faiz?
Is he getting busy tone? Maybe busy, I guess. I'll check again.
Once call Durga as well.
Okay.
Ashram, where is this Suresh and Sohel Sharif? Check them.
Suresh, I'll call. I'll try to call them.
Sohel Sharif, once check the
Okay.
Sohel Sharif as well. Where is this Murali Srinivas? Murali Manisha. Chiranjeev, once check with Fazil.
Okay.
Where is this Samyuddin? Alam, once check Samyuddin and Feroz.
Okay.
Where is this Irfan? Balakrishna, once check with Irfan.
Yeah, sir.
Suresh is not picking the call.
Where is Durga?
Irfan is
Durga is outside. She is telling she'll join in sometime. Fayaz will join now.
Faiz will join, okay. 1 minute, Srinivas, once share your screen.
Sir, Srinivas are not there in the call.
Okay, Srinivas is not there. He has left. Okay, fine. What about this Feroz and Samyuddin Alam?
Then he said he will join. But who is Feroz? Feroz a name.
Feroz.
Feroz AK, I saved in my contact.
Yes, you have saved Feroz. Feroz is actually this June group only. He's from June group only.
I have so many Feroz, but actually I just confused.
Anaplan,
Srinivas is back again. Yeah, he's going to share the screen.
his profile is there with the car. Alam, try to save our numbers with Anaplan Feroz like that. Don't car steering photo profile he has. You can see him.
Okay, okay,
I
but
will follow.
Sir,
Will
And
follow.
sir, I couldn't get Fajil also.
yes.
I couldn't
Shall
get
I
his
call?
number in Fajil.
Okay, okay. Wait. Don't play Srinivas.
We
Wait,
have immediate rules, nothing.
wait. Okay, wait. So anyway, like after later you will prepare. You should prepare the notes, and even tomorrow 9 to 10 p.m. class also you can prepare the notes. So now we'll discuss some other things like security levels and what you have discussed. How we can control by using the roles and everything. Srinivas, can you explain?
Sir, which one?
By using the roles, how we can control?
Yes, sir. We have the three levels of security in Anaplan ecosystem. One is the role-based securities, when we open the Anaplan model, we can use the users panel. We will give the some, will create the roles. What are the roles we have? Some product manager role or CFO role. What are the roles? So based on roles, we can give the security to the what are the users. Model level, we are give the securities, and module level we are give the security, and action level we are give the security, and list level we are give the security. So these are the first level of security, and the second one is the we are providing the workspace
1 minute,
administrator. We can
Srinivas.
provide the
Module
yes,
level, okay, list level for modules. You should say inside the
yes,
model, we can provide the access for modules, list,
yeah,
actions,
list,
and versions
actions,
is fine. Then what is the model
versions.
level access?
Model level access workspace, single sign of what when you
Okay,
log into the Anaplan model. So this is the how to log in at the time of the we provide the single sign off or they are send the message or this type of model level security where also they are providing. And
okay,
one
okay.
more security, yeah, one more security is that is a granular level security. So it is a one of the best security in means least level. So cell level security. So that is the DCA. DCA is the one of the best feature in the Anaplan. So the DCA what we are providing is the cell level. What are the cell level we need to security? So at the time what we do from DCA we can create the DCA cell level security. We have create the uh, what are that things create the some drivers.
Driver.
Yes,
Driver modules.
driver modules. We are creating some driver modules. Based on the driver modules, we give the some access where which line item we need to the give the cell level security. If you want to enter the data, or if you want to restrict that cell, or when you create the driver modules, you can give the some boolean formatted. They are give the true or false options we are providing. So based on that driver model, we can give the cell level security. So these are the securities in the Anaplan provide the security.
Okay. So what is the difference between the workspace administrator access and non-workspace administrator access?
Yes, workspace administrator access. You have the all rights. You can do anything. You can give the, you can modify the list, you can modify the modules, you can modify the model, any anything. You can modify the version related items, you can do the uh, DCA level things, all the things you can do. And also you can provide the provision to the, can give the provision to the other users. What are the users we have, the end users, they give the, they give the permission to the, they give the permission to the different levels. So that is the workspace administrator. Other users have, they have the restricted, some persons they have the only create the some models, some entity level model, some users they have the give the give the permission to the product level only. So product level modules only they are they have, they give the permission. And somehow some persons they give the version level. So like that, the workspace administrator is the, he is the highest level of the permissions you have the, in the model level. You can enter, you can do the entire things in the model level. So but others you cannot do that things. And also he is the, he provide the permission to the other users.
Okay, he can provide. And who has generally has workspace administrator access for the
Uh,
yes.
yes, normally what we are used to, it is a different, they have the some, in Anaplan ecosystem, they have separately workspace administrator role is there. So there, in some consulting companies, they are provide the one role. So particularly for that, they provide the provide the provisions, means security purpose, they create the one role, that is the administrator role. Otherwise, model builder, otherwise some companies are there, the model builder is a one, is a one administrator. He give the permission to the all the users.
Anaplan model, every Anaplan model builder, we should have workspace administrator access. Why means if we want to change the modules and everything, so we should have the
Yes, yes,
workspace administrator access. So that is a major thing. And for users, we don't provide the workspace administrator access. So that
yes,
is
yes,
a
correct. Yes.
major role. And why don't we provide workspace administrator and full access to the users? What is the
You
reason?
can do, you can disturb the,
They
you
will
can
work on
disturb the,
only production model,
yeah,
production
no,
data
you
only.
can,
They don't work the structure.
yeah,
They will
if you
send
provide,
the SQL
no,
check
no,
to builder
what is
system.
the thing, Sipai, if you provide the admin role to the users, you can disturb the entire module level. They can change the, without permission they can change the module, without permission they can change the add the some list members, without permission they can the version. There is no control in the model level. So that we are not providing the
Sherwala,
admin
Bajeta,
role to the any other persons, only particular model
Abu,
builder. We have the
Sherwala,
authentication of the entire authentication of the that model only. He is the
danger
responsible for the
martam,
entire
dige
model.
dana or bajse
Whatever
Sherwala.
the changes is he need, so he is the responsible. He can do the everything.
And one more advantage of workspace administrator access, one more advantage.
One more advantage is he provide the access. You can distribute the permission to the other users and other. You can do the levels, other users. You can do the other persons who provide the provisions.
You can provide a tenant workspace
Yes,
administration.
yeah, tenant works. You can.
Send message as a rejoin everyone. Yes, go ahead. Yes, Sinvas, are you there? Can you go ahead?
Nothing but Informatica we have, we have
No, go ahead.
Microsoft, different tools we
Srinivas,
have.
go ahead
So
means
by using this
stop
Delco,
video,
these are the
Srinivas. Stop video, Srinivas. I am asking you to like what is the this is the topic is different. I am asking topic is different. This is about data integration. So you should go through this one and after completing this class and prepare the notes, and tomorrow as well you should give mock interview on this topic. So that is a different, but yesterday we didn't cover totally that security levels. Why I am asking security levels means security levels and this data integration team, data integration and data hub advantages, very most important one. They will 100% they will ask ALM concept, and even our project explanation, what are the reports do we have prepared. So these 5 to 6 questions are the 100% they will ask. So other than this one, they will ask each and every interviewer ask different questions. That is the different, but these are the very without any doubt they will ask. Why means whenever we are explaining, so we should create the security for our model, correct? After creating our model we should create the roles, and we should provide the access for the different users we should create for the different roles. So that is the purpose they will ask, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason everyone should be perfect. We should understand about the role sign. We should give proper explanation on the roles. So why we create the roles means, why we do we create the roles? Why don't in general they will ask by default what are the roles do we have in Anaplan? They don't ask each and every time only one way. They will ask in different way. What are the different roles by default? Arshad Ahmed, can you explain?
Uh, at your default, it is like no access and full access.
Okay, correct.
And later on, we can create the roles depend on the job positions. We can create a multiple roles, and we can assign to the group of people where they can be restricted to multiple phase can for modules list. I'm sorry, modules, versions, actions, and one more thing uh, roles, modules, versions, actions, and
List you are missing.
list. Yeah, this can be we can give the access to by selecting the there is a boolean format for each of the roles. We can select that we can check those boxes, whatever the modules list and action and modules we can give them the, if you want whatever the based on the requirement we will provide the access by check mark those boxes of the roles list and actions. This way we can able to give the roles access to the end users.
Okay, fine. So, what is the difference between the what are the other advantages of workspace administrator access and normal user.
Like workspace administrator can able to access the whole workspace, and he can add an user, and he can remove the user. He can access all models in the workspace. He can make the structural changes. He can access a model offline also. It's like a owner of the workspace. uh, all this like can be done by workspace administration access can able like access the complete all these like things. Non workspace administrator is like an end user. They are they will be restricted to their roles according to the in the designation in the company. They will WSA will provide based on their role. They will get the access. So they completely they are it's a uh, like a non workspace administrator is like a end user. He will be restricted to the extent whatever he's required for their position. So
Okay,
this is the difference.
fine. And who will give page access?
Page admin will provide the page access.
Page admin will give the page access. So page admin, whoever have the access, that people only they can give the access for the other users, correct? We don't
Yes.
have page admin access, we can't provide any access any user to access. And each and every page we should give the access on the base of roles, correct? Individual person
Yes.
pages are generally will provide the access on the base of roles, role wise. Yesterday I have shown role, we can give the that particular page to all you all roles. Otherwise on the base of role wise only you can control. We can't control like user by user for each and every page. So if I provide for financial officer role access, so each and every user will get they can access who has the financial role access for that particular page. So like that on the base of role wise we can give the access for each and every page, not by user wise, correct? Pages,
Right.
pages access is the different than the model access. User pane will give the access for the user like modules, list, actions, versions will provide the access. But pages, where will you provide the access? UX pages, that access will be different, will provide. Yesterday I have shown by Sudhir's screen.
Going to apps, we have pages on the right hand side. We have a
Three dots,
option, yeah, page
three
settings,
dots.
and we go into that page settings, and we'll provide the access over the depend
Yes,
on the
role, for which
role.
people role we should provide the access for particular page. By selecting there, only that role people only they can access, correct? So
Yes. Yes.
that will be page access. So these are the different access we should have. And these are the like different modules list, and these are the roles access. And why do we provide the selective access, Balakrishna? What is the need to provide the selective
Uh,
access?
So
Asif bhai,
whenever we are, yeah, something someone is asking.
Balakrishna, just hold for a minute. Asif bhai, actually, I have one doubt. So, related to administrator and non-space administrator, here we have a point like administrator can access in both offline and online ways. So, whereas
Yes,
non-administrator can access only when the model is in online,
correct.
where we can find that option offline or online when we will do that things.
You can go find manage model. If I go manage model, you can if
Yeah,
I am
we have
sharing my
seen
screen.
offline mode.
Wait minute.
Normally, while production, we will keep offline. No, that we have seen.
Yes, yes, correct. You can see here that only. If I want to keep any model offline, non workspace administrator can't watch. So if I click on manage here, take offline means I can simply take bring offline, and non workspace administrator can't use this model. Only workspace administrator can use.
Okay, for online, again, we should click the same.
Yes, take online. Same if I do any model is offline, so it will
Okay.
ask you to bring online. So what happened if whenever if I click this one, it will ask bring online. So if I bring, everyone can watch. That is the option we
Okay.
have here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And one
What is
more
this
thing.
option? Yeah,
Yes.
please go ahead, go ahead.
One sec. Actually, under users, like in my workspace, I have created a week back. I have created like with the name of HR manager and supply chain manager. So, do we need to specifically save it, or by default it will get saved because it is removed from my model? That options are not available under users, which I created a week back.
Okay. Which option do you want there in that models?
Actually, I have created with the two roles with the name of HR manager and one is supply chain manager. I have created with that roles. So when
Okay.
I'm seeing yesterday, I'm not able to see that two. I'm able to see only that full access and no access.
So that roles I hope they get deleted. Why
Deleted
can't
means
that role should be there, Sudhir? When we create the roles, that role should be there.
okay,
If somebody is delete, then only we can't see. Otherwise, more they may be restore model. Sometime what happened if they restore model also, your model will goes to the backward. In that scenario also, you can't see roles.
These kind of things can we see in actions or history, something like that, Asif bhai?
History we can find history who done the
Got
changes and everything. We can check it. History each and every changes will get our history one id will get on that id what you have changed description also will get, so in that way we can find it.
okay.
Yes, we need to change check history and everything properly, we'll get idea who are changing why. You can ask others other users as well, why my roles are not there here. I have created two roles like this. And after
Yeah, yeah,
creating
yeah.
the role, for particular role you should provide the modules list and everything, access also you should provide, Sudhir. If you just
Okay,
create the role, nothing will happen for that roles. So what are their responsibilities, we should provide the access to that modules, that list, that actions and that versions, everything you should provide the access, then only that role will work.
yeah,
Okay.
it will work, but at least whatever I have created, it should remain same, right? So
Yes,
what are
yes.
the things?
Yes, you should
So my
ask
my
your.
doubt is that
We
okay,
should ask our colleagues why my changes are not appearing. I have created the role. You can check in history.
okay.
Okay. So we should be serious about that one. Whenever if we watch, that will be good. So either they restored your model or either they have deleted someone your roles. You can get idea and you can ask them. And
Okay.
whenever if we are doing 2 3 users, we should ask our colleagues as well, that will also help. We should be
Yes, yes.
every time interact with our colleagues, that will be give like proper details, and whenever if they are deleting or restoring, they should inform us. That is in group, then generally mention, I am going to restore here. Did anyone is change any structural changes or any changes, they will ask generally. That is a rule. Without knowing anyone, we should not do whatever we want. Either if we are working multiple users, multiple developers are working on one model, so you should ask in our your group so that they should give the response. Okay,
Okay.
Sudhir.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Their responsibility also, if they do any changes or something, they should mention there. Multiple developers are working, if so, that is their responsibility. Yes, Balakrishna, tell me why we need, do we need to give selective access?
So the selective axis is a kind of a granular level axis which will control the users or the user list where we can grant the access for specific lists or modules that we can do that selective access. So where we can get into that specific list. If you want to give access to a list and list item, then any specific list, the specific user will get access for that entire list or a particular one. If you want to continue the same user, we cannot give for all the entire list. Suppose like there are 13 countries in countries list. So we cannot give the access for all the countries because if he is residing, his jurisdiction is specific to only 2 to 3 countries, then we will select those things only in selective access control. So like that, we can, the particular user can avoid all the list where we need, which will also again comes into picture, the load and the performance stops with the limited stops, with whatever is required, the specific items that we can give. So we can enable that, enable selective access checkbox for that specific user, and then we can give either read or write at the like displaying the users list tab, and we can users pane. We can give the specific access, selective access for that user.
Okay. So individual user level we can provide the list and list items control, correct?
Yes.
So majorly if you in role, what happened if you provide access to any list, what happened generally, he can access whole list. But if you want
Entire list it will go. Yeah.
entire list he can access, but we want to restrict them to only few list items. In that scenario, what will we do? We'll create the
We'll go for
will
specifics. Yeah.
selective access, and according to their position and their responsibility, how many list items he needs to control. So for that list items only we should provide the access, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So this is like we have the selective access, and one more thing is the DCA. So DCA is a very most important one. So what is DCA? Dynamic cell access.
So DCA,
Yeah, this is
we give granular level access for any like cell or line item which we created by accessing, like by creating this DCA access. So actually we need to create a driver model. Via driver models we used to give the that specific cell access, uh, like by creating, like we can create a boolean formatted items, those kind of things we can make it in a driver model. Then we can give the specific cells access. We can control each and every dimension by creating this dynamic cell access. Those dimensions will get access driver module again. So we need to give read access or write access, whatever it is, as per the specification or the requirement at that cell level.
Okay.
So the line items are the granular level. So basically DCA is deal with the granular level, line item or cells, whatever it is, very granular. This is the bottom level access level. So below that there are no other levels of like minimizing the access stuff.
So this is DCA, but they will give some examples as well in DCA, and they will ask we should be ready about how many dimensions we can control by the DCA. How many dimensions we can control? Can we control only one
Any
dimension,
number?
or can we control more than one
Any
dimension?
number?
More than one dimension.
More than one.
More than one dimension we can control. So how we are controlling? By using the DCA.
DCA. Access by using access driver model.
So major thing is by using the access driver module. In access driver module, what we are doing?
Access driver module, we can select the target, which module we need to, which line item, which cell, which level of granularity level we need to control the.
So all the data types in the access driver module are Boolean type. So yes or no kind of things. If we required access, yes, they can put like X, yes, otherwise no. So that returns the Boolean variable only. So like this we can make it controllable.
Yes, correct. Then this line item, what will we do?
This line item we can go to the Anaplan model. For that we have the one option. So we can select that right axis or what are the axis, right axis. We can select the particular what are the dimensions, what are the models. We can select particular
Target
thing.
line item we should say.
Yes,
Target line
target
item
line
where
item.
we want to control the users.
Yes, yes,
For that one we
yes,
should
yes,
select.
yes. Go to the right axis. We can select the target. So by the
Yes,
target,
we
we
can
can select that.
target and source models both.
This is about like
Asif bhai, can I share my screen once?
yes,
Yes,
you
yes.
can share. But screen is recording, Sudhir. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So actually, this is my workspace. Level one practice is my model name workspace. So just now I have created this to HR manager, supply chain manager. I have created.
Okay.
It is reflecting here. Suppose if I want to provide access to HR manager for this RV01, right? I will do RV05. Simply I can do. So my doubt is like one more person is joined newly to company and his role is also HR manager only. Okay. So I don't want to give the access to right access. So for HR manager by default here we are providing RV01 and RV02. But his role is also HR manager only. I don't want to give right access to RV05 module. In that case, what we have to do?
That is whatever you are expecting, that will be different. If you want
Okay.
control access, like list level you can control by creating the selective access.
Oh,
Individual user we can control the list, but
here.
already you have provided HR manager to write access to particular module. For whoever
Yes.
give the same access, they can control the they can access that whatever the module you have given earlier.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we can't control that one.
Yes.
So already we have providing access there.
But
Yes.
Asif bhai, that is possible through list only. But in the modules, it is already given here, right?
Yes, yes.
In the modules, we have to create a DCA here, and we have to like create a logic to restrict like in that way we can able to restrict that user who should not use Rev 05. Is it how we can do? Or we have to create a
Total,
different
he
role
is
for
asking
one
about
person?
module,
Yeah.
total module he is asking. So
Hmm.
in that module, so if you want to apply DCA, what should you do? You can apply for the different line items, you can apply by using the DCA. So he is asking entire module.
Hmm. So
Ashok, by
then we have to.
DCA is different. So first we will clear this doubt because so my doubt is like this. He is also HR manager only. I am providing for a common for HR manager. I am creating this is the common. Okay, like this one I will provide the right. This one also will provide. So who is joining newly? He is also HR manager only. In that case, I will create a new role or is there any another solution? Asif bhai?
If you want, you should give the same role, but he will access this one. But if
Okay.
you want to control this module, you should create new role for them, and particular for
Okay.
that HR, and you should give the read access. In that scenario,
Okay.
nothing will happen. HR
Okay.
manager,
Okay.
you
Okay.
specify some identification for the HR
HR
manager,
Yes.
you
manager
have
read.
the
Like a special HR, something like that. We'll
yes,
keep any different name.
and you should
Senior
give the
HR
access.
manager read.
senior
That's it.
Okay.
senior HR manager. We can provide that.
Yeah, that is for
HR
name.
manager
As per our
read
convenient, we will do
only.
that. So we don't have any option. That is the only option we have. That's it.
Yes, correct.
Okay. This is version. It is fine. Your list also, we can simply select. He is as per the designation. We can simply click and it will allow all the users. Okay. Okay, Asif bhai. My doubts are cleared.
Okay, fine. These are the roles you can see very most important one. You should be perfect about this all roles, Sudhir and everyone. So, why mean this is the basic one. Whenever if you enter into organization, So these things we should know about pages access and modules access, actions, and everything we should be perfect. Correct?
Yes.
Asibhai, I have a doubt. In the managed models, if you can, there is an option of import. We have to,
Okay.
we have checked all the other options, but there is an option of import.
Yes.
What it helps.
Yes. Import from one workspace to another workspace. You can import that model. So that will be
Model
possible
we
by
can.
using the,
Okay.
yes,
Uh,
another workspace. But we have only one workspace. So that is the reason we don't do in our trial period.
okay, we can import directly. Uh, so if you have the multiple workspaces, then we
Yes.
can pull up with one. Okay, that is
One
the
model
use of
to
import.
another model. You
Okay.
can import the model directly. So, uh, like what we are discussing, like these are the security levels are the very important one, workspace administrator and non-workspace administrator. And what are the different types of modes we have, this is also very important one. What is the structural changes, what are the production changes, and in dev model what can we do related to ALM, it comes under related to ALM, but very important one this one. So what are the different types of modes do we have?
There are four modes. The first one is standard mode, second one is deployed mode, third one is lock mode, and fourth one is archive mode. So when we do the structural changes, normally we will touch standard mode initially. Once everything is done, then we will test it and put it in the production. While doing the production mode will be in deployed mode, which is reflecting the changes. So deployed mode is for end users, where they can do their work, like end user work, uploading their data, user data, so list item stuff and all. Where the other one is lock mode. Lock mode is for locking. That once our work is done, without, so we feel that we should not disturb that structure or model by anyone else. The creator or some administrator who has the rights, he can lock it till until it is unlocked for the person who has done it, or the same level access person. The last one is archive mode. Archive mode is kind of taking a like backup, but still normally archiving is once the model is deployed already. So those kind of models we usually put it in archive mode from either standard mode or testing mode, with an intention to regulate the space. It is purely related to space and performance management, where we need to put that archive and save. And whenever again, if you want to look into that some data backups, if you want to retrieve, then we will use that archive mode.
Yes, so correct. Even if some models are there which are not in use, so if we want size in that workspace, so I want to copy other model, I want to create any other model, so this model we are not using. So any model which is not in use, that you can keep as a archive also, that also reduce the space. Otherwise, whenever if you are making the any copy, so we should copy and archive, so that what happened, model will get backup, and even it doesn't occupy the space. So if you get any doubt, for example, after changing whether my model is everything is correct or not, I can change by the old model, and old model which is an archived mode, and which is non-archived mode, I can compare these two models after doing any changes, whether it is affecting any values or not. So by doing this one we can compare, so for that purpose also it will get used. So whenever if we are doing the changes, Sudhir, real time, each and every time we need to copy and archive the production model and dev model as well. So by writing the name, we should write today's date and prod copy, dev copy, like that we should write, and we should copy and archive. If you do any mistake, what happened, you can compare your model with that archived model, so where we have done the mistake, and everything we can compare. If you don't have the copy, it will be difficult for you. Correct? Yes, Sudhir.
So Asif,
Hello?
if we copy and archive the model, one model will be in archive status and another model will be in standard mode, right?
Yes. So if we want compare, then that archived model you can bring non-archive model, and you can compare it. Later you can bring again once again archived mode. That's it. Enough. Nothing will happen after comparing the details. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is clear.
What is the productional changes and what is the structural changes? What is the production changes and what is the structural changes? What is the structure of the model? What is the production of the model?
Structure means like
Definition, list
list time,
definition,
version.
module definition, everything. Sorry, go ahead then.
Sudhir, go ahead. What is structure?
The structure means like before starting the model, what are the things we are setting in model, like time, versions, generalist, module. Inside the module, we are creating line items and formulas, summaries, applies to.
Yes.
All this comes under structures, and inside the structures, like inside the general list, inside the models, inside the other line items, what are the data is containing, that is nothing but the production data.
Production data. You can see these cells we have, this cell data we have. So these are
Yes,
the
yes.
cell data is our production data.
Uh, values of cell is a
Values of
production
cell is
data.
a production data. So end user can
And content, yeah, and content of production list also production
yes.
content of production
So
list,
and
and
then
production users and workflow steps also, workflow steps also. These are also production data.
yes. So what
And and UX pages also, I think it's a production data only, right, Asif?
that is not comes under production data and structural data. UX pages are the different. We are discussing about the model. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So so you can see here. So these are the things, and why don't we allow to do the change, structural changes the end user? What is the problem, and what are the things we allow to the end user to do the changes?
So end user changes only for the cell level data only. Cell level data and content of the user list. Already we are discussing production. What are the production and what are the structural? Structural is the thing, but it is a configuration settings. What are the model level configuration? So end user they need that to check out the configuration settings and list and modules. He What is the end user role is, you can enter the data, you can check the output, what are the output you are getting, that are the his roles. And
So in simple
model
terms, we
level,
can say that
yeah,
structural changes
yeah,
end user can't do.
yes, you don't know, you need not to enter into the models and formulas changes and list changes, and what are the configuration, new configuration changes. You need not to enter into the uh, these levels. Only you can data entry level, and you can like some list level list. You can add some list members. That's only you can.
You can see here, even though if they want to change this line item name, reorder the line items, these things also comes under the structural changes. End user can't do anything.
Yes,
So they
yes,
can
yes,
upload the data. This uploading the data they will do, and
yes,
majorly, and they can run actions whichever the we provide the access. Each and every action also they can't get the access. Whichever the actions we provide the, that actions only they can run. You can see. So whatever the actions will provide, that actions only they can run. And lists also same. Everything they will only they can view, and they can they can run the actions and everything. and like even if you provide the right access, but which list we provide the right access to the end user means, so generally only production list will provide the right access. So structural list, if basically list is the structural list. So until and unless if you provide the production, what happened, so they can't do anything, correct? So that is the major
Yes.
thing. So whenever if you provide, whenever if we provide the production list, then only they can add any list item to list and delete any list item. So that is the one major purpose why we make the list as a production means. So employees list is there. Regularly employees, new employees will join, and like some employees will left leave. So that is the purpose what we do. So whichever the list is repeatedly they need to change, like child level you can consider. So employee list is there here. If we how we are extending each and every time our locations, so that one will assign as a production. So in this way what happened, uh, so whichever the list we provide the production data, that list they can edit and they can add list item simply without asking any permissions to us. Is it clear? Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And even we can provide actions as well, production. For actions also you can provide the production, they can map and they can do anything. You have access here, that access production
List item
data.
they can list item they can create. Subhi? Hello.
Give me a minute. List items, they how they will only for number list they can create any list item. For add or delete any list item will create the number list. Other list how they can create other than number list? That is structural data. If I provide the production, that will be different. Until and unless I provide list as a production, they can't edit other list, correct? Yes.
Yes.
So for number list also they can, for to add or delete list item will provide few list as a number list as well. So that also, by using that one also, that option, they can add or delete any list item in UX pages. That will also possible. So that one option we have. But other than number list, they don't add or delete any list item. So if they want add or delete, they will ask us. That is structural data basically. So that is the reason they will come us and they will ask to add something, and in dev model we need to do, and then we need to compare and sync dev to prod. So
Like
before
means
that,
like list and list item both are structural, right?
yes.
Okay.
So if we make production, then it become the production. So otherwise what happened, it become the structure only. So we can't change anything. So like for, but number list they can do. Number list we have the that functionality. They can add or delete the number list. So we'll provide that number list will provide that functionality over UX pages. We can do.
Once we assign the production list, like check mark to a particular list, that will be the list item. Will they able to see? End users can able to see the list items.
Basically whenever if you enable here, then if I sync from dev to prod, what happened, this changes doesn't goes to their dev to prod. Whatever earlier existing, that only they can see. Okay. Basically production means they need to upload by themselves. There is no need to watch our list items, correct?
Okay. So list item will not be appearing in the end users prod model.
Already if
So
exist it will appear.
uh,
But if after making the
hmm,
production list, if I am doing the changes here, if I am adding 10
hmm,
more list items, if I sync,
hmm.
it doesn't appear. Already existing one, it will appear. Model is there already in dev. How it go automatically will goes from dev to prod. If I make here selective access, how prod will know I have made here production, correct? So the thing
Like
is, yes,
actually, like once I enable the production data here,
yes.
okay, then the list will be made as production. Then end user can able to upload the data, right? But in the
No,
list
after
there is
syncing they can upload. Don't say if I made here selective access, how
no
automatically
no
this.
sync, yeah,
Yes,
sync, okay, sync. Once it is synced, they can able to see the list. If like in G2 country there are multiple list items, right? That
yes.
is also, can they see in the prod model?
If
No, right?
already it is there or already it is not there in prod model,
It is, if it is there they can see, but
they can
after
see.
making the production list they cannot see.
After making the production, what I am saying, new changes whatever you do, these changes will not move to dev to prod. Already it is there in prod, so then it will be there.
Okay. So if I added some more list items,
It
Arshad
then I
doesn't
bhai,
move.
made a
Arshad
production
bhai,
list. Hmm.
Arshad bhai, actually here in the G2 country, you have say for example 13 list items,
Hmm.
and you haven't mentioned the production data. You didn't do the check mark here in the production data.
Right.
Okay, and then you did the compare and sync. Then what happens in the G2 country? You got 13 list items, right? Those will be there in the prod model, correct?
Yes, correct, wise.
समझ?
Okay.
तो मैं क्या अरशद भाई, इसमें जो 13 लिस्ट आइटम्स रहते हैं ना, तुम कंपेयर सिंक करे तो वो 13 लिस्ट आइटम्स प्रोडक्शन मॉडल में चले जाते हैं. उसके बाद आप जो है ना, इसको प्रोडक्शन डेटा को चेक मार्क करके और एक 5 मोर लिस्ट आइटम्स को आप G2 कंट्री में क्रिएट करे तो वो नहीं जाते बोल के बोल रहे हैं आसिफ भाई.
अच्छा, तो फिर जाने के लिए फिर क्या करना फिर अब? और 5 लिस्ट आइटम्स में क्रिएट करके प्रोडक्शन लिस्ट अगर मैं मार्क करा, तो वो
वहाँ ऐड
प्रोडक्शन
करना है,
लिस्ट।
यहाँ से वहाँ को प्रोडक्शन डेटा को कहीं को सिंक करेंगे, वो लोग ऐड कर लेते हैं ना, वो लोग परमिशन है, तुम्हारा क्या टेंशन? प्रोडक्शन
लिस्ट
कर
आइटम
रहे,
वो लोग लिस्ट
लिस्ट
आइटम
आइटम
वो लोग ऐड कर लेते।
ऐड कर लेते. प्रोडक्शन करने का मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, मेकिंग द प्रोडक्शन?
No, no.
एंड यूजर
My
कैन
doubt
अपलोड.
is, my doubt is like once I check mark the production data of that list, then they can able to make the create the list items in the prod model or not. That is actually my
They
question.
can make 100%,
They
they
can
can
make.
make.
Okay,
They
okay.
can make.
That was, yeah, yeah. Got it. Yes.
For making purpose only we are doing here production, correct? Why we are making the production? End user should create or delete. That is the purpose only we are making the production. Then why I am making the production here? Otherwise, if they don't make changes.
Okay. So once I made product, then they can able to add the list and remove, and they can add the data also in that. Okay. Got it.
Asif bhai,
Yes,
so here as part of practice, so normally we are importing the data for lists and modules, right?
yes.
So so in from end user, he is also following like first he will upload the data in dev, and after that verifying he will check in production. He is also following the same, or how we will do? Just for understanding.
No, no, they will directly upload production model. There is
Okay.
no need to, actually they don't have access for the dev model, Sudhir. Only they are,
Okay.
and one more thing, whatever they do the changes, that is a production changes. That it
Mm.
doesn't affect that much. If they do any
Okay.
mistake, what happened? They need to do again reload data.
Rework. Rework.
Reload.
Okay.
That's it. That is a, not a problem. That is a, not a structure.
Yes.
End user
Okay.
have only access in the prod model only. That's it. Our development
Okay.
model developers only we have the access in dev model, test model, prod model, every model. Why means we are the everywhere we help users and will do the changes in dev model and will check to test model, and even we sync to the changes prod model, and whenever they get any if they face any challenge, we will clear out the prod model as well, So that is the reason we have the access everywhere. But end user, what is the purpose of end user? So they should use only prod model and they should upload the data, they should check their reports, and that's it. They don't
Okay.
need dev and test model access. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Srinivas or Balakrishna, anyone like what is the advantage or uses of smoke model? Do you have any idea? Anyone can answer among our nine guys.
Spoke model is nothing but a regarding water. So like we have the model financial model, financial planning model, and HR model and supply chain model. So for that one, what are the required? We can what are the required from the data hub? We can uh, import from the data hub. That are the spoke models. Financial. What are the financial model? Supply chain model, HR model. These are the spoke model.
You mean to say like so normally in data hub every data is containing.
Yes.
Spoke model is
Let
nothing but like if it is
let
data
us
is
suppose,
related to head.
yeah, I will give the one explain. So
Sure, sure.
if I have the data hub as a employee data, we have the data in data hub. We have the flat listing employee data. That employee data is required in financial planning model and HR workforce model,
Management you said.
and
Okay.
yes, workforce management model, and sometimes we need some financial data from the supply chain model. So coming to these are the two models. What are the data you require? That HR employee data is required from the HR model as well as financial planning model also.
Okay.
So we are getting the list HR list or member list, whatever this one. This one getting from the data hub into the spoke model. Spoke model is nothing but a what are the use case? What are the business use case? So that is the spoke model.
Like it is a kind of category divider. If it is related to
Yes, yes,
manufacturing, we will create
correct.
one
Yes,
model.
correct, correct. Yes,
Okay.
sales quota model, marketing model. What are the different use case? What are the business use case? That is the spoke model.
Okay. Asif bhai, among these answers, do we need to remember anything other than this? If you can add, if you are missing anything.
So simply you should understand that spoke model nothing but the target model. Okay. Why we use this spoke model means, one is the data hub model, it has a source, and from data hub model wherever you are pulling the data, data hub is a source, and spoke nothing but the target model. From data hub to wherever you are pulling the different models, that is a target
Okay.
models. So that is known as a spoke models. That's it. You should not get confused here. Our target model nothing but we known as a spoke model. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that is the final answer you should remember. Instead of target
Also,
only
is
will.
there any second name? Sorry to interrupt you. Is there any other name for source model as well? Like how we said, like just now, spoke model as target,
No, no,
something like that. Is
nothing
there
is
any
there.
other name?
No, no, nothing is source. We have the source and data hub model, that's it.
I would like to add a point here, Asif bhai, to Sudhir. Sudhir bro, usually in real time, these are all the examples of the spoke models. Whatever the FP&A, sales and territory quota, supply chain, these are the examples of
Okay.
spoke model. But in real time, it's not easy to have all these things all together in a project. You need to understand in the project. Say for example, if it is mine one in the company, I have only FP&A. Other than FP&A, I don't have anything. So for me, the spoke model will be FP&A.
Correct.
Unless it is a very largest company, largest thing, there they will be having the FP&A model, supply chain, sales and territory
Second
quota. Every model will be there, but it's not. It's a very rare, I guess.
correct.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
each
right
and
now
every
which
way.
I am working, it has different businesses. So that is the reason I am checking all these things.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. I'm just
Okay.
telling so that you can have the clarity.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
that is a scenario, but each and everyone is not mandatory to face the same situation. So, but we are on the base of requirement, we should understand. That's it. So that is the totally based on the requirement only. Yeah, I hope everyone is clear this one. And one more thing, um, production data, structural data, we are clear. And why don't we give structural access to the uh, end user in deployed model? Why can't we do the structural changes? Yes, deployed model, why can't we do the structural changes? Yes,
Can I repeat the once again, Ashit bhai, question? What?
why can't we do the structural changes in the deployed model?
So whenever we change it to the deploy model, the model completely into the production mode, I think. So the production mode we can able to, like end user can able to insert. So the structural side I think we cannot do, right.
No,
That's
no,
the
no. We are
reason.
doing the synchronization from the development to production already. So that is why we are directly putting that production without touching that again for one more time synchronization. And simply that will be the deployment, which is already tested before synchronization, and we are putting it in deployment.
Yes, yes. So what is the thing is, what are the structural change we are doing in the dev to test model? So then we can move to the, when we move to the production, there is no structural changes we can convert. So after changing, what are the structural changes, what are the doing in dev to test, after testing, so it is everything is fine, then they move into the production. So that is the reason they do not change any changes in the deploy mode. They not in the structural changes, right, Ashit bhai?
You have told procedure is correct, but
Okay,
answer is reason is not that one. Why
okay,
don't we allow end user to do the structural changes? Means end user don't know how structure is prepared, what is the formulas and everything. End
okay.
users are only responsible for the upload the production
Data,
data. So
correct.
Anaplan model builders are the responsible for the to make the changes, structural changes and formulas and everything whatever we have. So end users are not responsible for the do the structural changes, and even they don't know anything regarding the structural. They know how to upload the data, how to watch the reports. These type of things are responsible for them. So that is the reason we don't allow end user. As an Anaplan model builder, we have built the model. We know everything, like structure, formulas and everything, how we have built, and how should we change. So that is the reason whenever they want to do the changes, we should do the changes in dev model, and from dev to prod we need to sync. And that production model will be in deployed mode. Even deployed mode itself, it doesn't allow end user to do any structural changes. Even we also, Anaplan workspace model, Anaplan workspace administrator also can't do anything in the deployed mode, correct? If you want to do anything, we should do the dev model and we need to sync.
Uh, Achit sir, small doubt.
Yes.
So even in deploy mode, the model moved to the deployed mode. The system itself not allow for administrator even, or we won't create administrator user in production.
No, no, system itself doesn't allow.
Doesn't allow. Like it will convert entire model to production data.
Not production data. If you if you want, you can one model make as a product deployed, and you can check. You will get clear
Uh-huh.
idea. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is it is in that situation only it is readable. It looks readable structural changes. Only editor cell which are the production data is their cell based data. That data only we can edit in the production model. That's it.
Or remaining all into read mode.
Only we can read, that's it. If you try to
Okay.
change, it simply throws the error. This model is in the deployed mode, you can't do anything.
Deployment. Yeah, yeah, got it, got it. The permission completely go to the read model, except to production data
Data,
we pick it.
production list you can change, production list items you can delete or add, product sales data you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do. So these type of changes we have, only these things will do. And
Got,
one more thing I want to cover here. uh, Whenever if in one interviewer asked one question, so our guys only, so why whenever if you are making the production list, initially it is a structured list, but now we are making as a production list, so then what are the things should we consider if I want to make structural to production list? So what are the different things should we check while making the structural to production data?
Structural to production data while doing the list that should be input to provide by the user. The first criteria should have.
Basically, the primary rule is both the models should have the same structure, the dimensions and all. So then
Okay,
only we will be able to transfer the data from any structural changes from standard to production.
okay. So, but the thing is, whenever while
And the
making
space
the,
as well.
whenever if you are making any structure list to production list, so what are the things should we consider means? So we should check basically this list item. It should not included in any formulas. Okay, so
Hmm.
sometime what happened if P2 product list item is something, we'll write formula. If you write formula in that way, what happened, so simply it it doesn't work for the further. If it is a production data, it doesn't work, so it should not use in any list item, should not use any formula. So this is the first condition. So they have asked another cross question on this one. So if you have list item I have used somewhere in formula, then instead of that one what will you do? I want make anyway production list P2 list as a production list, I have used somewhere in formula I have used P2 product list item. Then in that scenario what will you do? So what is that?
Asif bhai,
Yes,
we can create a copy of that list and we can refer in. We can make a copy of the list because it's already referenced somewhere. So we have to make a copy and then we can reference.
not there is
And
nothing is required. So you can see new job or I am referring somewhere. So new job or if I am referring somewhere, what should I do? Simply new job or if I am referring somewhere list item. So for that one what should I do? Simply I should create one system module without any dimensions. And what should I do? I need to make as a list format P2 product here. What is the next solution? If I want to make structural to production list, so which is using in formula, that is a not basic rule. So we should not use any list item in the formula if you are making the production list. So then what should I do? Here I will select the new job. So then what happened? So instead of taking that in one module, earlier I am using one example production list. This is the example production list. Production list I am using here. I am writing some. Send message as a rejoin. You can see here if I write some formula, so simply I will write I will write if earlier, if I write like this, if P2 products sales inverted first if function boolean. So we should write format here, boolean here. Change the format. Earlier, if I have written formula like this, simply if P2 product new job bar is then 1, otherwise 0. This is also, it is showing error, so this is a different scenario. Then if I write formula same, for example, if I write same thing here, instead of if I write this one, if it is the correct formula, you can see sales 2. So here what should we do here? Sales 2, if I have write that formula, for example correct one, and then how we will replace it? How we will replace it means, simply what will you do? So I will replace like this. Instead, if that formula is, if it is correct, you can see I will simply, that is my formula. Simply what should I do? If system, I will write formula like this. If a system new job bar is then 1, else 0. Did you understand what I have done? Instead of writing the list item, same thing how I have given reference here. Is it same or not? System new job bar I have selected here, and earlier in example production list what I have done, same thing I have try to write here in this line item. What I have written, if P2 product list dot new job bar then 1, else 0. Is these two conditions are same or not? Yes, I will write in note here. You will get here in note, I will write and I can show the difference. So if you want write anything, you can write in notes. So you can see this is first thing how you want to write. I want to give by the list item. If P2 product list new job bar, then 1, else 0. If I refer like this, so this is, I am directly referring from the list item. I am referring from the list item. And the next example, what I am doing, I am referring through the what happened are only if get selected. I will
Lost you.
I will paste this one in the Excel. not get here, we can paste in Excel. You can see how I am writing formula. This is my first scenario. If I am referring the list, so from one list to I am referring the one list item. So then if I make list as a production list, so what is my next solution? How can I refer the same thing? How can I refer same thing in my formula? Simply, instead of taking the list, what should I do? Yes, I should select if new job or system new job or here also we are selecting the new job or then one else 0. So are we referring the same thing or not here? First case and second case.
Yes.
What we are trying to refer here. So I will keep here. Are we referring same thing or not? Yes. Here also P2 product, here also same thing list item what I have done, I kept in one system module, and then that system module we have selected the same product and I am writing the formula. So wherever if you use the list as a production list, if you want one make structure list to production list, that list item wherever you have referred in the formulas, that formulas you need to bring in one system module, and from that system module you have to refer in that formulas. Is it clear? What are the changes we need to make if you want make one list as a structural to production? If I want to make, what are the things should we consider? Yes. Is it clear? What are the things should we consider here? Are you there, everyone?
Yes, sir. Sir, one more time, please.
Yes.
So what is the thing means, whenever if you are writing the formula, in formula if you are referring any list item, that list item I want to make that list item I want to make the production list. So instead what should I do? I should create the one system module, and this list item I should keep in the system module. Then I should refer from, instead of referring the list item, I should refer from the system module. That's it. Wherever we are referring the particular list. So that is a major change we should do. Is it clear? Then what happened? It doesn't affect the, even though if you make the production list also, it doesn't affect. So formulas it doesn't affect. Otherwise what happened? Why we are removing this one means, in when what are the our fourth scenario in Anaplan? What I told. So production list items we generally delete from the dev model, correct or not? Why we delete? It doesn't use. It doesn't. We don't use production list item in the dev model. Our model size should reduce. Only production list item should be there in the prod model. If I am using any item in the formula, can I delete it? If I try to delete, is it get deleted? Yes. Is it?
No, it will not delete.
It is not get deleted. Even though if you are using any list in the any module or any references, if you are trying to delete, it doesn't allow. Already you are using particular place, you can't delete this one. That is the reason we should follow this instruction. I hope everyone is clear this one. Correct?
Got it, sir.
Here it is clear, Asif bhai, but why are you writing this one? If then else, why are you writing if then else, Asif bhai? If we are using the formula, then you are saying to create the system module. That is fine.
Why
Then
means,
why this one?
Why means already it is used. Why creating means, while creating the logics, I need to get use that one. That's it. Why I am creating, you don't concentrate on that one. Earlier we have created the formula. In that one we have used. The problem is that we need to replace that wherever we are used. So that one we used to replace with the system module. Why means, in production list what happened? will delete our list items. But by making that one in system module, I am bringing in the system module. If I pull to dev to prod, what happened? That formula will become structural. Then does it get deleted if I it become the structural? Yes.
Structureless.
No, no,
Give
it will not.
give me
It
a
will not.
minute.
It will not.
Yes. Come again. Are you asking something here?
That's what Ashish bhai. Why we are writing this? If P2 products no job are then one, else
In,
zero.
in formulas, we need to use files. In formulas, we'll get so many logics we need to create. If we do products, then I want that sales. Like that, I will create the logic. What is your problem?
Okay, just to give the example of the formula, you have created that one.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Okay,
Wherever
okay,
if we,
okay.
this type of logics will so many logics will create files. We use particular list item. If country is India, if G2 country is the India, I want sales. I will write like this logic. So
Okay,
instead
so
of writing like that, I want make G2 list as a G2 country as a production now. Then instead of keeping that one directly referring, if I keep that one in the module, what happened? So it become the structural data. If I can make as a like list as a production, and even the in production model also it will work. If you refer through the module, if you refer through the list, what happened? We can't delete in dev model, correct? Can we delete if you make use any list item in the dev model? List
no,
items can we delete? We can't
no, we
delete.
can't.
Our size, we want to delete our list items, production list items in the dev model, and but we maintain in the prod model, correct? And
Yes, yes.
if I make in the system module, what happened? Simply it works as a like structural data, and it doesn't make any problem for us. So that is the thing, we'll do it. So these are the different things we need to concentrate to make the production list. To make structural change, structural list to production list, we need to concentrate and we need to focus on this one. So Arshad Ahmad, did you face this question, or Durga did face this question? Did you face this question? Yes. Yes. Are you there, Arshad Ahmad? Yes, anyway, he is not there, he can leave. So fine, try to go